vegetables all the time, run the time. You know, I'm always up to something that got some fruits and vegetables involved, right?
The best prices coming from in Southern Laptop Farm.
All right.
Located on 189 George Price Highway.
We're just waiting for, you know, these commercial breaks from our sponsors. So I'm here every Tuesday, right? So right now with daylight savings time. Oh, you're enjoying the sun in California. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. No more BK? No more BK? All right. So, yeah, we're going to be dealing with Thanksgiving because this don't make no sense for everybody to be putting on 50, 60 pounds during the Thanksgiving holidays, right? So we're going to deal with that in a minute. So again, if you know your folks that are always complaining to you or your partners in crime in terms of gaining a whole bunch of extra weight and undoing a lot of the work that you've been doing during the course of the year and the months that you undo it all during the holiday season, please share the video. I'm going to be on the line. 4.1 FM radio here, maximum radio here in Belize, in San Ignacio and Santa Elena, the Twin Cities. Here, I'm here every Tuesday from 9 to 9:30, so I believe we're a 1 hour difference, 1 hour between New York and Belize right now. So fantastic, see everyone. All right, so we get started soon. So please pardon the Central American internet, but that's what we're dealing with, so we know how to deal with whatever we got. Alright, so for all you folks watching, yeah, so if you have any questions, right, get your questions ready. If you have any questions on what are the different things you can prepare during the Thanksgiving holiday, and if you need some strategies or some help, if you know every so-called Thanksgiving. So in just a minute, okay, just hit me. What's the other things that you're undoing? Right? Because I know you're traveling out there in Central America and you have a family. So mac and cheese, what are the things that you're craving? Right? You got the laugh out loud there. What are the things that are those comfort foods that make you feel like I just have to have some? And you know, like I'm a big proponent of there's no such thing as moderation. When you taste it, usually when that crack or those flavors and the whole experience hits your tongue, it's usually like it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So mac and cheese. Tofurkey. We're going to deal with the cranberry sauce. Cranberry sauce. What are the other things that people are eating? I don't even remember. Oh, the pies. Sweet potato pie. Let's say the peach cobblers. Yeah, we're going to deal with all of those things in a minute. Peach cobbler. Let's say the drink. Some people get their nog on early. Early nog. What else? And this is just a precursor to folks who usually celebrate the Christmas holiday. So usually from Christmas, Thanksgiving through Christmas through New Year's, it's like non-stop eating. That's, I mean, how much time is that? You're almost going on several months. You have all the parties at work. You know, work and events can be your undoing. And now even we'd have to say even Kwanzaa. So we're going to deal with all that. Love sweet potatoes. Okay, you could do some things with those sweet potatoes. But usually, let's see, it's going to be work. And then it's like Kwanzaa, we have Thanksgiving, and then we have New Year's, right? So all the different things. So you love sweet potatoes. There's so much you can do with those sweet potatoes. So what else we got here? So we got peach cobbler. What else? So for those you don't know, remember I'm a chef, and before I was a chef, I liked to eat. My grandma Lou didn't call herself a chef, but she liked to eat. So I'm cut from that same cloth. If I didn't have food that I really enjoyed, there's no way I would be able to maintain eating the way that I eat. I'd probably be several hundred pounds, which is the more so than hereditary. The lifestyle and the habits have been passed down. So let's make no mistake about it. I'm not dieting, and I love to eat. All right. I mean, who doesn't enjoy to eat? You know, I'm not with the throwing up. I'm keeping every piece of food that I eat right down in my stomach. All right. So we're here today at 104.1 FM radio and TV, Maximum Radio here in Belize, Central America. For all you folks that, anyone out there that wants to call in, if you have any questions, the number here, and if you're dialing from overseas, you have to dial first, 8001-501, and then the number is 635-1654. Again, thank you, greens. Gotta have the green, a big old plate of greens. That's probably one of your saving graces, the greens. So again, the direct number here If you're calling from the States, it's 001-501-635-1654. I'd recommend you use Skype if you can to save one of those calling cards, save some money. Particular part one is dealing with what are all the delicious things you can prepare from what you've shopped for. So you're also maximizing your money. And basically, we don't want to leave any waste, on the midsection, because the extra weight that we're carrying usually is waste from foods that we haven't digested, and from things that are very, very toxic. They taste good. They're a party in your mouth, but they leave a lot of waste on your waist. So the cheesecake, the sweet potato pie, and the mac and cheese. Let's get the mind right first. Question number one is, are they foods? Are they actual foods? And this is some things we want to do before we put things in our mouth. When we're in our right state of mind, we want to give the food a litmus test, right? What will these foods do for my body, right? Because, we want to talk about, many of us talk about programming and stuff. We're very intelligent beings, and we're putting things in our body that we know are going to clog the arteries, that we know you're going to have to, clogging the arteries, Kunta, the clogging the arteries, it does sound yucky because it is. But what's even more yucky, I'm gonna help you out today. If you have access, to your computer, you get some time, I want you to go online and I want you to look at a surgery. That's a beautiful thing. So you can really educate you in a real way. You can go online, and I want you to take a look at open heart surgery, and also the removal of atherosclerosis. So what you're going to see is, and it's good to get the visual, but that'll help you out. That'll be a nice interrupt that'll be an interrupt into the programming of it tastes so good, it tastes so good. I want you to take a look at the removal of a surgery of them removing atherosclerosis from the arteries. I want you to see what it looks like, because that will help you. Because when you're dealing with addiction, once those taste buds kick in and once you're into the rhythm of family and having fun, we're not going to be thinking critically anymore. So it's very important for you to see, it's a moment on the lips and a lifetime of paying for it in terms of surgeries, medication. It's actually quite expensive to put things in your body that leave a toxic residue, that clog up your body, clog up your brain, and that make you constipated. So the education is critical. The education is going to save you a lot of time from spending so much mental energy rationalizing eating toxic foods. So one of your homework assignments, if you decide that you really want to take this on, is to go onto YouTube. All right, we got a call in. Greetings. 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 Okay, so there's someone calling in. So, we got somebody calling in. So, somebody's calling in. Larice Johnson. Oh, greetings, Larice. Greetings, Larice. All right, greetings. Greetings.
I have a question.
Yes, greetings, caller. Yeah, what's your question?
My question is about water.
Okay, about water.
And I actually know I was Sister Indian, she was telling me about water. I want to know, what's your favorite water, and water should I drink? I'm only drinking 2 glasses a day. And number 2 is, I wanted to know more about the 21-day challenge.
Okay, so this is someone that's familiar here with our 21-day challenge. And yes, we're doing a 21-day challenge, a 21-day Live Now challenge in the midst of quote-unquote Thanksgiving, which is every day, by the way. This person is calling in and asking about water and what's my take on water. They drink 2 glasses a day. Now, I would ask, how big are those glasses? And by the way, for all you folks out there watching, many people say they don't have a taste for water. So it's not new information. You can really put lemon or lime, squeeze fresh lemon or lime into your water, or if you really need to squeeze a fresh orange into it to make it more palatable and more enjoyable for you. And I recommend, if you're preparing foods for the holidays, make sure you're hydrated before you start preparing the food. and as you're preparing. Now, what I would also recommend, if you have your measuring cup or a container or glass that has the size on it, like many of us have these water bottles we're taking all over the place, measure to see how much water is inside that container. So now you'll know, for example, if you have a 16-ounce glass or 8-ounce glass, you should take it at least half of your body weight in water. At least half of your body weight in water, because most of our body is what? Most of our body is water. So you want to take in at least, so that means if I'm 125 pounds, that means I want to take about 62 ounces at least of water in a day. Now, hey, greetings, Karima. So what that means is you want to break that up during the day. And of course, it goes without saying, one of the best times to drink a good amount of water, 16 and maybe even 32 ounces, I would recommend. It's first thing in the early days so that you can flush your system out. You've been sleeping and fasting all night. The body is cleansing itself. So water with lime is the first thing that should touch your lips, because the body is dry. The body is very dry. So you can hydrate your being by making sure you get in 16 to 32 ounces first thing in the day. Now, I'm not saying stuff yourself. Even with water, you should not stuff yourself with water. You can space it out. But a good practice, and I'm very with the practical know-how, is to leave a fresh glass of water on your counter. So as soon as you get up to go to the bathroom, you're going to pass, hey, greetings, Sister India, so that you pass that water on the way to the bathroom. So that would be a quick 16 ounces of water. And if you get used to drinking water as soon as you leave the house, most likely you'll pee a lot of it out before you leave the house. So if you get into rhythms and habits, they really help you. So you can easily knock out 16 ounces of water. So I'd recommend you mark a glass so you have an idea of how much 16 ounces is. And it's usually recommend a gallon of water is 128 ounces. So if you divide that by 16 ounces, you pretty much have 8 glasses. I think it's about 8 glasses of 16-ounce glasses. So not a cup, not a small 6-ounce cup, not a small 8-ounce cup. If you make it a practice of drinking out of a 16-ounce glass, that's an easy way to measure your water content. So that being out of the way, the other place that you want to get your water, the best filtered water on the planet, is through the fresh, whole, living, live fruits and vegetables. You know, if you're buying lots of produce, your bag should be really heavy because of all the water content and the fiber and the peels and the skin inside the food. So you want to make sure that you're drinking enough water. Put lemon and lime inside of it. The best water I would say is coconut water, because that also has nutrients inside of it. Cucumbers is one of my favorite waters if you don't like to drink water. There are different ways that you can, if you eat lots of food with water in it, that's a good portion of where your water should come in. And that water also has nutrients with it. So you're not just getting water in that's been sitting in a plastic bottle that's leaching plastic into it on a shelf and it's been sitting in a warehouse, a heated warehouse. So you can actually get a large amount of your water from your food, and hopefully 2 16-ounce glasses as soon as you wake up in the early day to get a good flush of water. So I hope that answers your question. So it should not be a little teeny tiny, hey, greetings, Sister Olo. It shouldn't be like a little teeny tiny glass of water, like 4-ounce cups or 6-ounce cups. You want to make sure you're getting a lot of, and the best quality water that you can find. If you only have a Brita filter, work with that. Use the thing that you have available to you, because many of us have spent so much money buying things that we never use. Juicers we don't use, blenders we don't use, different kinds of water filters. So if you have filtered water, use that. But keep in mind you're getting the best distilled water inside of the fresh fruits and vegetables. So that's dealing with the water. Now, Thanksgiving. Let me just take another quick time. We're not on the air yet here in Belize. Use what you have. Everything is in abundance. Yes. Greetings, Royal. Hatap, hatap. Peace. Greetings. So, yes, Sister Olo, she made a good point, and this is something I stress all the time to clients, is you don't necessarily need to go out and spend on new blenders and Vitamixes. Use what you have first, because I can guarantee Most people have greetings, Nestor. Nestor, I don't know if you're still in Guatemala, but greetings. Many of us have invested in tools and things, and we get a momentary moment of enthusiasm, and these things sometimes sit inside the boxes on the shelf and they don't get used. Now, people unfortunately will break them out to make a big, heavy Thanksgiving meal. So what we want to stress today is using what you have. Bookworm baby. I don't understand what you're saying, Sister Indy, but I know you're telling me something. You're giving me a code for something. So again, this show, just by the way, FYI, is on every Tuesday. We're dealing with the fruits and the vegetables, things, and the nuts and the seeds. And I am very clear. I got your back. Usually the excuses are taste, time, and money. And you want to get your mind right first. You got to get your mind right to get the behind tight, right? You got to get the mind right first if you want the behind to get tight. They go hand in hand. Take from someone that's been in the fitness industry for almost two decades. There ain't that much exercise in the world to run off all of the bad habits and the eating toxic foods and eating very drying foods. So tune in every Tuesday from 9. Well, at 9 a.m. Belize Central Time, right? So we're 1 hour difference from New York time. And also check out Body-Culinary on YouTube. So Thanksgiving is what we're dealing with today. And, hey, greetings. So what we want to deal with is Thanksgiving is every day, right? Thanksgiving was yesterday. Thanksgiving is today. And Thanksgiving is tomorrow. So my goal is not to ruin. Is the mic on? Yeah. No, it's but I'm on my phone.
So you're doing your own thing for now?
Yeah, because people were waiting for the show at 9. It's supposed to start at 9. So you know me, I like to move on time. So I got my Belize brothers here helping me out. Yes, get the mind right to get the behind tight. Laugh my behind up. But it's the truth, right? It's the truth. So Thanksgiving, let's put things in perspective, because sometimes it's not an insult. Sometimes we're just moving at such a pace in the city that we're not thinking critically, and we're thinking with emotions, we're thinking of memories. You have memories. I have memories of my mother and my grandmother, the food. I can remember the smells. I'm a very sensual person. So I remember the smells of the coconut bread, and I remember the smells of the collard greens. I remember. Some of them now are very distant to me now, but I know what it's like to be fed good food from my mother and from my grandmother. So these feelings and emotions, in addition to the taste buds, are what we're going for quite often. You know what I'm saying? Food is meant to be enjoyed. You know, I'm not going to just be eating castor oil all day. If it don't taste good, I'm not going to torture me, because it doesn't work. And I'm saying that coming from someone that has my family. You know, it used to be only the southern side. Now it's the southern and the Caribbean, where the women, were 200 pounds, 300 pounds, 400 pounds, with mastectomies, cancer, uncles tall and fine with amputations. So I'm very, very clear. There's not that, hey, greetings. All right, now we're all on at the same time. So greetings. Once again, I got to give a shout out. This is what my grandma Lou taught me. And my grandma Lou, she was my 94-year-old Bayesian grandmother, right, with still rocking her natural hair, with her good sense, still had never complained. She had the most jovial, joyous spirit of anybody I've ever met. So my grandma Lou, she is my inspiration for consuming the way that I eat. So this show, what my grandma Lou taught me, it's here every Tuesday at 104.1 FM Maximum Radio and TV here in Belize. So please subscribe and follow us on Instagram and Facebook and on YouTube, and also check out the YouTube channel where I've got all kinds of goodies and food hauls to help you eat inexpensively on my YouTube channel, Body-Culinary. So I'm very, very clear. The goal is to get you and to assist you, because I ain't doing the work for you, and I don't like to tell grown folks what to do, to remove every excuse from eating healthy and moving. So this is the excuse colonic, right? Excuse colonic is 2017, at least on the Greco-Roman calendar. It's 2017, and we're looking to remove all of your excuses from eating healthy and moving. And I'm very clear that you have to enjoy it, that it has to be sustainable. It has to be simple and comprehensive so that you get it. So I got you covered, because if I couldn't break it down simply and if I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it, because I'm not dieting, and I feel like I've been freed from being on crack. So I'm so clear you couldn't pay me to cheat. Plus, I have so many treats that there's just no reason for me to cheat. So everybody is getting excited about Thanksgiving. I mean, I literally enjoy almost a fine dining experience every single day, and that's no exaggeration. And be clear, with my taste buds and with the greed level I used to have, that is the only thing that has saved me is the taste and the simplicity. The taste, so taste, time, cost, sustainability, I got you covered. So please make sure that you share this show with your sisters and your aunties and those women that prepare the food. Sisters, if you know you need to eat healthy, and you're going around your coworkers, share this with them. You can take advantage of the technology, and make sure, for those of you that are ready to do something now, with the 21-day challenge. So, I'm a chef and I'm a trainer. And I'm also hooked up here with Chef India of Back to Live Foods, one of my favorite sisters, because, we both get it and we both love to eat. But at the same time, the tumors and cysts are going to take advantage of all that toxin and stuff you're eating, your heart, your arteries. So I like to prepare food like a chef, but I don't want to look like it or feel like it. And my partner in health here, one of my partners in health is Sister India. Chef India Camille of Back to Live Foods. And she's here in Belize, as well as my other co-sister in health, Masani.live. So her artwork and her creativity, because that's a big part. I consider that creativity food. So we're all teaming up together with all our fitness and our culinary experience. Almost like we have 3 generations of women who've been consuming approximately 10 years apiece of whole living food. So take advantage, of this information. All 3 of us, 3 generations, 30s, 40s, and 50s, right? And we've got recipes out the wooza, delicious recipes. We've got fitness and fitness plans for you, and we have support. So there's Back to Live Foods, Belize with Chef India, and Masani.live and Body-Culinary. So we've teamed up to do a 21-day Live Now challenge. So Thanksgiving, being that Thanksgiving is right now, yesterday, tomorrow, every day, it's a perfect opportunity. If you want recipes that taste fantastic, just jump on board the 21-day Live Now challenge. And once you register online, you can register at Body-Culinary or at Back to Live Foods. Once you register and you enroll, then you'll be sent a link with the fitness program, the fitness plan with your cardio, your strength, your flexibility, which is laid out in a comprehensive program. We have several short videos that won't take up too much of your time, that have a focus on proper form and staying injury-free, and you've got your recipes. So now, you ask for it, you got it. You have all the support, every reason in the world. Before those holidays hit, get your recipes in place so you can get your food together, and they're all delicious things that if you want to, you can take with you, to someone's house. So the taste, you got to experience the taste factor. And Sister India, she's exquisite. There's not many people's food say that tastes just like scrumptious and delicious. And she also studied with Reese Latham, who's like the father to me of whole living foods that just taste fantastic. And his food was the first food that I tasted in Living Foods in 1994. It blew my mind.